Welcome everybody to the Area 111 live stream. Okay, we're Area 111 over on Rumble without no space, and Area space 111 on YouTube, or we're on Son of Liberty 111 on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to do a total walkthrough of the 27 puzzles, chess puzzles in Destiny 2. Okay, I'm starting off in Eris Morn's apartment and going through the portal to where she's at and dropping down. Now, I've done this. Now, this is going to be easy for those that solo out there. So it's a complete walkthrough. Now, if there are any mistakes in the guide that I chose, I will not post this up on YouTube. I will not post the video. So I want to make sure. Now, I went to two major channels. I'm not going to call them out, but they had mistakes in their solutions. Their call outs for the place the chess pieces were wrong in about 2 or 3 puzzles, and they corrected themselves midstream on some of them, and it kept going through those. But if you realize, once you start putting these pieces down on the chessboard and you make a mistake, there's steps you have to go through to wipe that mistake. So I'm going to go through this very methodically, slowly, and easy, so you can get through this one time solo without any help from anybody else. So when you make a mistake, now I don't know how to retrieve the mistake. I think I tried to do that, but once you place the pieces, I don't think that you can, it will give you a solve. Now, I'll explain that once we get into the room where we do the chess piece movements, whatever. But I made a mistake based on typos and call-outs that were wrong from 2 or 3 major channels. Now, that was about 6 days ago. Now, those channels, they corrected themselves in the middle of the basically the walkthrough of the solutions. But if you're following that, sometimes it was too late to go back and correct it. So this is what you have to do, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm not going to go through this whole thing. And once you make a mistake, oh my gosh, just kick me to orbit? Are you serious? During the middle of a live stream? Okay, so, well, that's good. I'm going to show people how to get here. Now, you can go in this way, but I choose to go in this way because I want to reset the puzzle board, whatever, the chess board. So I'm going in this way. That's the way I'm electing to go in. I don't know why it kicked me out to orbit, but I was in there. Okay, so I wasn't moving the character. Okay, that's the reason why. And that's not nice, is it? I thought I moved. I mean, I wasn't talking that long. But anyways, here we go again. Hopefully there's no distractions, no kind of... I'm sorry, I call it stupid because I was in the apartment and I moved around in that apartment a little bit to get the screenshot at the beginning of the live stream, whatever. So it shows you how I would get to the apartment and get to where I was, and then go into that portal to go into that room where you can reset the chessboard. Okay, so right here, when you're seeing Eris Morn, you have to drop down into this room below her, right below her. Okay, now you come in here and you have to pick up this king to reset the chessboard. and it sends you through a portal, okay, where the chessboard is. Instead of picking it on the map on destinations, that's how you go in, far as I know now, to reset the board. Now, I couldn't reset it when I was in there. After I made the moves based on mistakes or call-outs or typos that they were calling out. Okay, so here's the chessboard. Okay, so these, okay, that's going to be a rook. This is where it's when they tell you to place these pieces on the chessboard. That's the basically the bishop, not the bishop, the knight. Excuse me, the knight, rook. This is the pawn. And this is the queen. Basically, all you got to do without shooting anything, whatever, it tells you the queen. Okay, and this is the bishop. Bishop, and it tells you the moves remaining. Now, if you make a mistake by basically a call out that you're following or whatever, one of these I do believe is take actions. Okay, that's taking pieces off the chessboard. Like if it calls for taking the, I guess that's the king, right? Taking the king, that's the take or take the pawn. That's where you take the pieces off the board. Okay, there are solutions that you have to take pieces off the board. Now this one is delete actions. Now I do believe delete actions is when you make a mistake and you delete the action you made. So if you placed the piece, but I couldn't get back to where it started again, and I kept on doing what they claim was the corrections, and the solution the solution wasn't complete. So now the first solution is pawn to e6. Now, of course, these are the numbers when you're up here, right? Placing pieces. Now it's going to be different when you're taking pieces, okay? But you gotta remember, that's number one. From where we stand, where we're placing the pieces on the chessboard to complete the solutions. That's one, row 1, 2, 3, over to 8, right? So 8. Okay, so from left to right, you have A, B, C, D, all the way up to H, which is, that would be H1, and this would be H8. Okay? So, with that said, the first solution solution 1 would be pawn to e6. Pawn to e6. Okay? So, remember, if you're unsure what the pieces are based on these symbols here, all you have to do is stand up on the platform, and it says pawn moves remaining. Pawn to e6. So you can zoom in. Once you zoom in, the chess pieces, this is important. The chess pieces go invisible, that's on the board. So you can, say if you wanted to play something there, you don't see what number it is, or you can't see through multiple chess pieces. Zoom in, and I'm using a scout rifle. Okay, now it's saying it's contacting Destiny servers. I hope this thing doesn't take me down. This is crazy. Okay, so the first solution again is pawn to e6. We're on the pawn e6. E, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So that would be 8, that would be 7, this would be 6, and this is E. 8, 7, 6, E6, placing a pawn. Okay, on the bottom left, you'll see absolute pin. And you'll see another solution. Another chessboard where the pieces are different locations. So we're going to solution number 2. Solution number 2 is rook to h8. Rook to h8. So the rook is right here, and what it's going to do is it's going to formulate a checkmate on h8. h8, a rook. So when you place the rook to h8 right here, that's going to be a checkmate based on, you know, it's not like really like chess. So just follow the solutions that I give you and you'll be all right. Okay, h, rook to h8. Absolute pin. See that on bottom left hand screen above reconstruction? Absolute pin. Okay? Okay. Puzzle 3. Solution 3. Okay, solution 3, pawn to e5. Pawn to e5. Okay, here again's the pawn. e5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Absolute pin. See it on the bottom left. Next solution comes. So that was solution 3. Now solution 4. Okay, now solution 4 has multiple placements or moves. Okay, there's 3 moves. First move is bishop to c4, bishop to c4. So now some people mistake the bishop for a pawn. So we're going to go up to, this is again solution number 4. Bishop to c4. Okay, so when you see c4, if you have a problem seeing the C on the board, just go, that's A, B, C. C4. That's 1, 2, 3, Well, it's kind of difficult to see, isn't it? A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Next one, bishop to D4. D4. A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bishop to E4. Bishop to E4. A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E, 4. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Absolute pin. You see that on the bottom of the screen? And then you have a new solution to figure out, okay? That was solution 4. Moving on to solution 5. Okay, we're going solution 5. Knight to D5. Knight to D5. It's knight. Okay. D5. A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knight to D5. Pawn to E6. Pawn to E6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It says absolute pin. That means the solution is correct. You got a new solution to figure out. That was number 5. Now we're moving on to solution 6. Solution 6. Okay. Now solution 6 is going to be a delete action. Delete queen on E2. That's solution 6. So delete queen on E2. So that's the queen right here in front of the king, right there. So delete E2 queen. Okay, now the delete, see that black hash there? That's the delete one, right? So delete actions. So remember, delete the queen on E2. A, B, C, D, E, that's 1, and that's 2. Deleting the queen on E2. Absolute pin on the bottom left corner, which means the solution is completed properly. Okay, moving on to solution number 7 out of 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. 27 Okay, solution 7 begins with pawn to f4. Pawn to f4. Pawn to f4. We're on the pawn spot, remember? f4. f1, 2, 3, 4. Pawn. Okay? And rook to f8. Rook to f8. A, B, C, D, E, f8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Absolute pin. The solution's complete. Then we move on. There's a new solution board. Again, moving on to solution number 8. Okay, now we have rook to d3, rook to d3, rook to d3, d1, 2, 3, and knight to e6, knight to e6. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, 6, E6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Absolute pin on the board. Again, new solution. So we're moving on to solution number 9. Solution number 9. Remember, we're moving to solution 9. I have to forward the... okay, so solution number 9, we have another delete. Delete knight on f6. Delete f6. That's solution number 9. Delete f6. Let's drop down here and see what's on f6. A, B, C, D, E, F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This knight right here has to be deleted. The deleted with a hash mark, remember here. So you have to make sure, right? You don't want to make a mistake because you have to start all over again unless you can. Basically, I won't go there. So we're deleting the knight on f6. So this the 6, right? A, B, C, D, E, F. F6. Knight deleted. Absolute pin on the bottom left, which means the solution is correct. Now you have a new solution. Now if I'm not mistaken, this is the one where I got messed up on myself because there was a typo they were reading out on a major channel, and I placed a piece where they called it out and it was wrong. So this will be solution number 10. remember, after we deleted the knight, we're moving on to 10. Okay, now what we have is, okay, next solution, the solution for number 10 is first is pawn to e4, pawn to e4, e, 1, 2, 3, 4, pawn. Okay, knight to d3, knight to d3, A, B, C, D, 3, 1, 2, 3, knight to d3. Okay, next move is bishop to f5, bishop to f5. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Absolute pin. That solution was correct. Now on a major channel there was a typo they were reading and messed me up on this solution. So we had absolute pin pop up on the left hand corner, okay, and now we have a solution, new solution to figure out, which is solution number 11. Stand by. Now we're moving on to solution number 11. We have a new board, new solution. Okay, solution 11. First step is pawn to c6. Pawn to c6. See right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now remember, see the pawn moves remaining? Make sure you're on the right podium, whatever, okay, for the pawns. Again, the first move, pawn to c6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pawn to c6. Pawn, now pawn to d7. Pawn to d7. Okay, that's the last piece. That's 8. So this is 7. Pawn to d7. Last move for solution number 11 is pawn e6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Absolute pin on the bottom left. You hear the reset of the board, and now we have a new solution. Okay, stand by. Now we're moving on to solution 12. Now we're going to take the bishop off of e4. We're going to remove. Okay. Okay, that's will be e4, the bishop on e4. So e 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. Okay. This is the action, so we want take or remove, remember? This is where I may have made a mistake myself here. Take action, okay? So take e4 bishop. So let me get my bearings straight so I don't mess up myself here. This is H1, okay? H1. We're taking E4. Get it up on the podium to the platform for the actions. Taking E4. That's E, F, G, H. H. Okay. Take bishop off E4. Okay, that's E. E4. Okay. A, B, C, D, E4. E1, 2, 3, 4. Now it should be a bishop there, which it is. Just making sure. Absolute pin. Okay, I got a Bizzle sword, edge sword, power weapon, okay? So, absolute pin. So now we're moving to solution number 13 out of 27. We're about halfway there. Okay. I'm going to make sure we're on the right solution next. I wish they would tell you what solution we're on. So we just took the bishop from E4. That was solution 12. Now we're going to be moving on to solution 13, the new chessboard, to figure out the new solution. Okay, 13 calls for bishop. Solution 13 calls for bishop to E5. Bishop to E5. This is solution number 13, is bishop to E5. Can make sure we're on the bishop platform. Bishop to E5. A, B, C, D, E. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Absolute pin on the bottom left. See, we got a triumph completed there. So solution 13 is complete with bishop to e5. Okay, we're moving on now to the new solution to figure out, which will be solution number 14. Okay, the first solution to puzzle number 14 is pawn to b7. Pawn to b7. Pawn to b7. Now there's multiple moves here to complete solution 14. First one, again, pawn to b7. AB 7 is the second to the last one on that row. That would be 8. This is row B, B7. Pawn, next one, pawn to F7. Pawn to F7. There's F, F7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 7. Okay. Next one, pawn to G6. Pawn to G6. That's for solution number 14, the last move. Pawn to G6. There's G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pawn to G6. G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Absolute pin. That solution was correct. Moving on to a new solution to our puzzle to figure out, which will be puzzle number 15. Stand by. Okay, the first move, there's multiple moves. There's 2 for solution 15. First one is pawn to b4. Pawn to b4. Pawn to b4. b1, 2, 3, 4. Pawn to b4. Second, pawn to g4. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G4. G1, 2, 3, 4. Absolute pin. Got a border weapon, the adept weapon. Okay, and triumph complete. That was solution 15. Moving on to solution 16, or puzzle 16. Stand by. Okay, now we're on solution 16. And make sure. Okay, Okay, so for solution 16, there's multiple moves for the puzzle number 16 for the solution. Okay, bishop to f1, bishop to f1. So we have to get on the bishop platform. Make sure it's the bishop platform. A, B, C, D, E, and F. F1. Bishop to F1. Next move is pawn to D3. Pawn to D3. So we're on the pawn slot, platform, podium, whatever. Pawn to D3. A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3. Pawn to D3. Okay. Next move, pawn to D3. Wait a minute. That was incorrect. The first solution on 16. Hold on a second. Man, I hope I didn't mess up. Pawn to D3. I got the bishop on F1. Pawn to D3. That's what I just did. Pawn to D3. So the last move is pawn to H3. H3. H1, 2, and 3. So remember, the first move for solution 16, bishop to F1. The second move, pawn to D3. D1, 2, 3. There's a pawn. The last move, pawn to H3. H3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got absolute pin, the reset of the board. We're moving on to figure out the next puzzle. That will be puzzle 17. I just want to make sure I don't make any mistakes, and hopefully I didn't make any mistakes there for y'all. I'm glad you're listening to that and you didn't try to correct the moves, because I did it. I got a little bit distracted, so stand by. I'm trying to do this for myself too and make sure I don't make any mistakes, so I don't have to reset and go do it all again, especially when you're over halfway done. Okay, so getting my place where I'm supposed to be at again. Okay, so we are now on puzzle number 17, and this is going to be the solution. We have two moves, actually takes. Take, C3 bishop is the first move for that solution, the correct solution. Take. Okay. Make sure this is a take. That's a delete action. Okay, that's not a take. Takes on the other side. So take C3 bishop. So the bishop will be taken is C1, 2, 3. This one right here. Okay, we're on, should be the take one. Take actions now. Take bishop from C3. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. So that should be a bishop right there. Let's make sure again. Take, we're on the take action podium. Okay. Take bishop from C3. C3, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. That's a bishop. Okay. Next solution, take F6 bishop. F6. Okay. F6 should be, there's F, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a bishop we got to remove on the F6. So H, G, F6. Hopefully the way I'm doing this is not messing anybody up. That's the last thing I want to do, believe me. So H, G, F6. F1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's a bishop. Taking bishop off F6. Absolute pin on the bottom. Got another triumph completed, reminiscing. Okay, so that was the solution for puzzle 17. We're moving on to puzzle 18. Stand by. Okay, now puzzle 18, the solution has multiple moves, and they're all going to be done by knights. Okay, so starting off with knight to D3. This is puzzle number 18 out of 27. Knight to D3. The first move, knight to D3. A, B, C, D, 3. 1, 2, and 3. That should be a knight there. Knight to D3. A, B, C, D. 1, 2, and 3. Now let me see here. A, B, C, D, knight to D3. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm making sure, what am I doing there? I'm making sure there's not a piece there. Okay? Knight, again, to D3. We're on the knight podium. Okay? Knight to D3. A, B, C, D. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Next move, knight to C4. That would be A, B, C, 4. 4 would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Knight to C4. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to zoom in for the other pieces to clear so you can see where to shoot at. Okay, so now we're moving to knight to F5. Knight to F5. A, B, C, D, E, F. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Knight to F5. Now knight to E6. A, B, C, D, E. E6. A, B, C, D, E. E6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Absolute pin. Got another reward. Some of these are kind of difficult to shoot, than others. So stand by. We're moving on to solution 19 or puzzle 19. Moving at a snail's pace. Okay. Now, the puzzle for number 19, the solution is deleting two pieces off the board. Okay, delete. Remember, delete. We're deleting. Okay, so delete actions. Okay, making sure, remember, we're not doing this other one. That's delete. Back there where I was at, the podium or the platform, or delete. This is take actions. We're deleting pieces off the board now. We're deleting the bishop on A, B, C, D, and 7. Deleting bishop off B7. D7. Now it says delete. It doesn't say take. I want to make sure I get this one correct, because I do not want to do this again. The pain. That's take action. No, we're not taking action. We're D7 bishop. Okay. Delete action. Okay. D7. A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7. We're deleting. D7, A, B, C, D. I'm just checking. I'm going to check this one. Deleting D7. Make sure what we're deleting here before I go through this. D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're deleting that bishop on D7. Deleting again, bishop off D7. And 7. Okay. Now we're going to delete the bishop off E2. A, B, C, D, E, 2. Make sure we have a piece on E2. B, C, D, E, 1 and 2. There's the bishop. We're deleting the bishop off of E2. Deleting. Delete action. Delete E2 bishop. Bishop off e2. A, B, C, D, E. Bishop in front of the rook, remember? Right there. Absolute pin. I don't know why I had a problem with that one, but we got another triumph completed. Okay? So moving on to the next puzzle, which will be puzzle 20. Okay, so we're on number 20 now. Puzzle number 20, the solution, the first solution is bishop to e8. We have no other moves to make. For puzzle number 20, the solution is bishop to e8. Let me get positioned, bishop to e8. We're on the bishop podium, e8, A, B, C, D, E, 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bishop to e8. A, B, C, D, E, 8. 8. Okay, absolute pin en passant. Okay, got a triumph there again. Okay, so now we're moving on to puzzle number 21. Puzzle number 21. Puzzle to number 21. There's only one move to make. Bishop to e2. This is the solution. Bishop to e2 on puzzle number 21. Bishop to e2. We're on the bishop platform. A, B, C, D, E. 1, 2. Okay. Bishop again to e2. A, B, C, D, E. That's 1, and that's 2. Okay, that was absolute pin. Got another triumph completed, final curtain, and got another weapon. Okay, moving on to puzzle number 22 out of 27. Okay. Puzzle number 22, solution is knight to e5. Knight to e5. Sounds like I'm playing bingo or something, right? Knight. We're on the knight podium again. Knight to e5 is for the solution for puzzle number 22. Knight to e5. A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Absolute pin, or it's a reconstruction of the chessboard. Well, that's not what, I don't think that's what that means. Okay, so We're moving on to puzzle number 23 out of 27. Puzzle number 23 calls for knight to e3. Knight to e3. Okay, we're still standing. I'm still standing on the knight platform. Now we got to place the knight onto e3. A, B, C, D, E. 1, 2, 3. Make sure we got it right. Knight to e3. A, B, C, D, E, and 3. 1, 2, 3. We have an absolute pin, and we have a new puzzle. It'll be puzzle number 24. Puzzle number 24. Okay, puzzle number 24. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna slow down on this one because there's multiple. There's multiple moves. There's delete, a take, and 2 moves of knights, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna start with the first one, and I'm gonna go kind of slow with this one. Okay, because I don't want anybody to mess up on the puzzle 24 because we only have 3 more after this one. Okay, delete d5 knight. Delete the d5 knight. Okay, so d5 knight. See, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. That's delete the d5 knight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's d5. Make sure we're on the delete podium. Delete actions. Okay, delete d5 knight. A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Deleting that knight. Okay, next solution, knight to c4. Knight to c4. Knight to c4. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Knight to c4. Next move, knight to h3. Knight to h3. That's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. H1. We're standing on the knight podium. That's H, the last row. Knight to h3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, the next move is take. We have a take. Rook off of c8. Taking the rook off of c8. Taking the rook. Or it's a take move now. I believe this is a delete, right? Delete, we got to go to the take. Go to the take. We're taking the rook off of c8. So where are we at? What we're going to be taking? We're going to be taking c8 rook. Right here. This one here. Take action. Should be that one there. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and again, that's a take action. Take C8, we're on the take platform. Okay, take C8 rook. C8 rook. So A, B, C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Absolute pin, got another reward. Okay, I definitely didn't want to mess that one up. So, okay, now we're moving on to puzzle number 25 of 27. Okay, now puzzle number 25, okay, is going to be, we have a take, we have placing knights, and we have a take, and we have a pawn position. Okay, so the first part of the solution for puzzle number 25 is knight to d6. Knight to d6. Knight to d6. Knight, we're on the knight. A, B, C, D, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, knight to d6. A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bang. Okay. Next move is knight to e6. So we just place the knight over here. We're going to place the knight on e6. Knight to e6. On the knight podium, A, B, C, D, and E6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now take F5 knight. Take F5 knight. Okay, F5 knight. A, B, C, D, E, and F. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take F5 knight. This is a take action. There's F, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Make sure that's a knight, okay? Take F5 knight. We're on the take action. Taking F5 knight. Okay. Pawn to G6. Pawn to G6 is the last part of the solution for puzzle number 25. Pawn to G6. Pawn to G6. There's G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Make sure we're on the pawn platform. Pawn again to G6. G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Absolute pin. Woo. Okay, that solution was correct. Now we're moving to puzzle number 26. Puzzle number 26. Okay, stand by. Puzzle number 26 begins with queen to d5. Queen to d5. Make sure we're on the queen slot. Queen to d5. There's d1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, again, queen to d5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next move is knight to f4. Knight to f4. We're on the knight platform. f4 is f row, f4. Knight to f4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next one is knight to f6. Should be here. Knight to f6 should be there. But I'm going to make certain, okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here. Absolute pin. That was a little bit difficult as far as to see where to place it, but we got it. We got the absolute pin, which means we completed that solution. That was solution 26. So now guess what? This is the last one. This is puzzle number 20. Moving to puzzle number 27. Puzzle number 27. Stand by. Okay, puzzle number 27 is pretty difficult as well, as far as seeing where to place these pieces. So now it's going to be a take action. The first 3 parts of the solution is take. The 4th part of this solution is a delete, and 1 is a knight to c4, the last one. But okay, the first one, I shouldn't have said that. I don't want to mess anybody up. This is puzzle number 27. The first part of the solution of puzzle number 27 is take d6 knight. Okay? Take. Okay. Let's see here. Make sure we're on the take platform. Take e6 knight. A, B, C, E, 6 knight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 should be a knight. Let's make sure we got this right again. Take d6 knight. A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. I took the d6 knight, 6 knight, or the 6 knight or whatever. Okay, now take f5 knight. Taking f5 knight. F5 knight. F5, that's be F1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. F5 knight. F1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're taking it. Take action. Again, take F5 knight. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We took the F5 knight. Now we're going to take the E3 knight. Take E3 knight. We're on the the take platform. We're taking E3 knight. Take E3 knight. Okay, again, we're taking the E3 knight. E5 knight, taking E5 knight. Wait a minute, hold on a second. It's taking E3 knight, excuse me, taking E3 knight. We already took the F5 knight. Okay, this is how you figure this out, right? So this is, okay, this is H, right? Row H. That's G. That's F. So we already took the F5 knight and replaced it with a white piece, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's a white knight. Okay, so the next one is take E3 knight. So that was F5. Now we got to go to E. D. Take E3 knight. So let's go E, A, B, C, D, E. Take E3 knight. 1, 2, 3. There should be a black knight there on that position. Okay. Okay, taking again the E3 knight. Okay, the next one is delete C4. Delete C4. Going from take to delete platform. We're deleting C4. Okay. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Delete C4. One, 2, 3, 4. Now the last move for the last puzzle solution puzzle number 27 is knight to c4. Knight to c4. On the knight platform, there's c1, 2, 3, 4. Knight to c4. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This should do it. Absolute pin. Complete chess puzzles. Okay. Everything's done. Okay. So now there's something else. Hold on a second. Closing. Okay, the closing. Okay. Let's see, closing. You know how you light these things up in the secrets in the nether? Want there's something we can get in here as well. There probably will be. The water reveals. Let's see. Should I click on it? Why not? I don't see any time. I might find out a secret by myself. So it's prompting me to click X on it. Okay, stand by. Let me see if I have anything else to click on. It's always kind of cool. Offer your answer. Huh? What is this here? Offer your answer. So somebody's probably already figured out this secret as well. Offer your answer, huh? So I guess there's another puzzle in here somewhere. Turn back. Don't want to go there. Offer your answer, huh? Well, what's the question? Okay, there's like a pond of water there, so does it have anything to do with that? The water reveals. Okay, I don't see anything else to do. Now, there's water up here. Let me see. The water reveals. Okay, we're in the water. Looks like some type of symbols of a snake, right? They're all the same symbols, it appears. The water reveals. Let's see, what does the water reveal? Reveal unique chessboard. Wow. So that was a secret. Okay. What the heck? That was cool, man. Water reveals secret chessboard. That was really cool, wasn't it? So I got some type of, I guess, triumph done for that. I'm just messing around, right? We got got through it, and apologize for how slow I was going. I just didn't. I I was up to like following other people. I mean, these are mega platforms. I was looking to figure out how to do all those puzzles, and they made a couple of mistakes, and I didn't know how to reverse the mistakes. Um, so anyways, let's go back here and see if that chessboard pops up again. Okay, I'm doing a live stream, so maybe I can get a screenshot. I don't think I have to touch the water first, but I'm just doing it in the steps that did give me the secret completed, whatever. So I'm gonna do this again. That's really cool. I really like that. I'm going to try to get a screenshot. I know it's on the live stream. So anyways, you can pause the live stream. Oh, I just missed it again. Okay, well, that's right. I'll go back and get it. Man. Wonder if I can stand up on top of it and get a better picture of it. Screenshot, whatever. For everybody that were watching. And please subscribe to Area 111 channel on YouTube. I appreciate it. Yeah, YouTube, I have to have 500 followers or subs to basically be monetized, and I still have not achieved that for whatever reason. So I'm going to stand up on top of this to see if I get a better screenshot. I think I might have got it that time, but either way, that's pretty cool. Now I wonder if you have to take that screenshot and go back to Eris Morn's apartment. How do we leave from here? How do I leave from here? Gonna explore some more. Back to the water. I don't see anything else. But it was kind of cool to find that just in happenstance, just walking around to see if there's any secret or wherever, something to pick up. So with that said, I'm gonna fly back to Erismorn apartment and see what's going on there. See if there's anything there. Okay. And remember, if you mess up any one of those solutions, I showed everyone at the beginning of the live stream how to reset. So we're going to go to Erismorn again, and I don't really want to reset, but I'll go in there and show y'all where you can do that. You pick up the king, whatever, you can reset the whole thing, I guess, back to the beginning. So I got a few rewards. One's at the postmaster. Let's go through these. Okay, there's a fully adept auto rifle. Okay, that's the perks it has on it. And masterwork, I guess you call it. And we have a refusal of the call, glaive, adept weapon 2 as well. That don't appear to be. Yeah, that's masterwork too, right? Yeah. Can be enhanced. Let's see, what else do I have here? Okay, couple of heavies. Abyssal Edge, just a legendary. And Watchful Eye machine gun. And I have something at the postmaster, but so I don't see anything new. Click on. Okay, let's go. Let me see something here. If there's anything that we have to get here. Let's go back into the secret room here. See if there's anything in here to pick up. The water is the answer. What's in the water is the answer? I don't know. Pick up the king, that's where you reset the board. Oh, remember the placement of those pieces, right? Remember the placement of those pieces that I took a screenshot of? Wonder if it has anything to do with here. I guess we'll find out. I'm sure these geniuses out there in this community have already figured it out, so they've already done it. I don't have inside scoop, but anyways, let's go to the postmaster to see what else I got there at the postmaster. Go to the tower. See what slot is full. So it had to be a energy weapon, because these slots are full. Yeah, I didn't tell you I got this too, an afterlight and psycho pump, whatever that it's called, grenade launcher. I'm hesitant to delete a lot of things and I don't have my normal weapons. I just went in. I knew I wasn't going to be like doing PvE or PvP, so killing combatants or whatever. So I just put this loadout on. Doesn't mean anything. You don't need any particular. I would suggest a scout rifle to zoom in on the placement of your pieces to complete the solution for each puzzle. So I would suggest the scout rifle. You bring in the scout rifle, but that's really all you need. Okay, so I have a Division Adept sidearm. Now that sounds good. Well, I don't have a clip, but I have to look at the perks of the in my vault, whatever. And this, can be enhanced. Oh, I have 3 rows. Okay, that's not too bad. Look, perfect load of being in combat for moderate time increases airborne effectiveness, reduces flinch until you're out of combat. Hip fire grip increases accuracy, stability, and precision hit targeting when firing from the hip. Encore final blows grant a stacking stability, range, and accuracy bonus to this weapon. Precision final blows grant more stacks. Okay, kill clip reloading after a kill grants increased damage. Sword logic final blows with this weapon grant bonus damage, so you don't have to worry about reloading. So that sword logic sounds good. Final blows with this weapon grants bonus damage. The strength and duration of the bonus increases when more powerful targets are defeated. Eye of the Storm, this weapon becomes more accurate and boosts handling as your health gets lower. And no. Okay, Willing Vessel, dealing damage or defeating targets with this weapon gradually grants increased stability, handling, reload speed, charge rate, and runneth over. Reloading near allies overflows magazine. Bows receive faster draw time, and swords receive faster charge rate. Okay, so not a bad weapon. No, it doesn't show it fires rockets, so I have to try it out. Maybe PvP or something. I don't know. Maybe it's good in PvE as well, but it's an arc weapon, so whatever. Match that up with whatever you have. But that sounds like a pretty good weapon. So, with that said, we're going to end the live stream now. Appreciate everybody. If you follow me over on Rumble, it's Area 111 without the space on Rumble, and it's also Area space 111 on YouTube if you want to subscribe there, or Son of Liberty 111. Okay, so we're going to end the live stream now, and thanks a lot for your support, and hopefully this helps.